Tiny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I am back. I'm so excited to be back. My voice is a little gone at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's like I've got a sore throat or something right now. But we have a lot to catch up on. There is literally so much that I want to get through. So I've been sort of trying to keep up with stuff in the Disney Dreamlight Valley universe whilst I've been away, but obviously I've been enjoying my time in Disney, and it's given me a fresher outlook on some of the stuff in Disney Dreamlight Valley and things like that. And obviously it was such an amazing time and things like that, but I don't want to talk too much about that in this video. This video is going to be talking about the teaser for the next Starpath. Now, at first I felt like I was honestly surprised, but given that the next Starpath probably comes very soon, I forget, how long have we got for this Starpath? Less than a week, I think. It makes sense that Starpath is coming soon, like probably within the next week or so. So actually getting hints as to what's going to come isn't very surprising. I just didn't realise how fast it had creeped up on us. Now, I have kept up with some of the information and stuff like that. I've tried to read what people have been saying and things like that, and I think why don't we have a talk about my thoughts and feelings, and yeah, just go from there. So let's jump over to Twitter. Okay, so we're over here on Twitter, and it says, "It's that time again. As one Starpath comes to a close, another lights up the horizon. Any guesses of what we have in store?" And then we have a firework emoji. We have a speaker with 3 sound waves. We have a fisted hand. We have a microphone. We have a school satchel, and we also have a dragon face. Now, I do think sometimes the names of these emojis help, but also we need to remember that emojis are actually limited. So when we had the Tiana water tower, they actually used the Tokyo Tower emoji to represent that. And obviously it had nothing to do with Tokyo and stuff like that. It was Tiana's tower and things like that. So although these can be hints, sometimes they have to use alternative emojis for things. So that's one thing that I would say about this. I have seen a lot of talk about what it could be and about how people are feeling about it and stuff like that. Why don't we get the kind of maybe more negative viewpoints out the way, which is that some people, I mean, we've got Mr. Star and Sky here saying, can we give it a chance? Just because there's no pumpkin doesn't mean it's going to be a bad Starpath and Halloween was cancelled. This person said, where's the Halloween stuff? This person's done like we wanted and a bunch of fall and Halloween stuff. It's not giving Halloween, so that's a bummer. So I totally get people being upset. One thing I would personally say is, at least for me, last year around Halloween, there was a lot of talk, I think mostly because of dream snaps, but people were very quickly fed up with Halloween. People were like, oh, these dream snaps, it's too dark and too spooky, and oh, with you know, I'm bored of Halloween, you know, it's been going on too long and all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if Gameloft saw the complaints last year and then was like, okay, we'll dial it back. And it really surprises me how the outlooks change each year. I remember last year everyone was complaining about Halloween, and now everyone's like, where's the Halloween stuff? It's just kind of funny how times change, I guess. I personally wanted more Halloween stuff. I felt like they didn't do enough for Halloween. I felt like we needed more. But that's just me. I love the kind of Halloween-y stuff. I love the villainous stuff and everything like that, which So I've got a couple of cool things to show you from my Disney haul actually in relation to that. Only a couple, but yeah, I'm excited about showing that off. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying not to go overboard. I do think we are getting some kind of like Halloween tie-in, which I'll get into in a sec, but I think they're not going the traditional, would you say like westernized view of Halloween? I don't know what the correct term is, but I don't think it's specifically going to be like trick or treating and pumpkins kind of Halloween. So looking at these and what I'm seeing some kind of like firework, maybe a display or something like that, something that's gonna add to the game, maybe with like sound effects, music or something like that, some kind of projection, something sort of illuminating and things like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking from this. We have got a couple of firework things. We have the fireworks item you could buy from the premium store, and we also have the Mulan firework. I think they could totally add more fireworks. Everyone, well, I say everyone, obviously there's always going to be someone out there who says they don't like them. But I would say largely the opinion on the fireworks in-game is pretty positive. I would say that a lot of people really like the item, but because other than the Mulan firework, the only other firework item we have is Premium Shop. I could definitely see him adding some kind of fireworks display item to a Starpath. Although technically you do pay for the Starpath, it feels free. It feels free because let's face it, at the end of the day, if you complete a Starpath, you spent like what, 400 moonstones. It's nothing really. Even just a week of doing like dream snaps and collecting your chests would get you enough moonstones to effectively cover the end cost of a Starpath, basically. So I could definitely see another sort of firework display item, firecrackers. I think anything firework related, I think would definitely work with this. And I think these are relating to specific items as well, rather than necessarily an overarching theme, even though I think there is a connection. The next thing we have is the fisted hand and the microphone. Now, this could either be potentially a pose, because I would say slowly but surely I would expect Gameloft to add in things that are highly requested from the community. And there's two things that I would say kind of tie in with this hint that could be what it is. The first one is a pose, potentially like some kind of like singing star pose kind of thing, or another option would be a handheld microphone accessory, which maybe potentially we could use in photos, or they'll just keep it where we can't use accessories still and it's just like the holding of a microphone. But I could definitely see a microphone accessory of sorts. Now, whether that's going to be applied as a pose or just an accessory, I'm not too sure, but that's my thoughts for this. And the last one is like a backpack with like a dragon. Obviously there's a couple of things that this could mean. This could potentially mean a sort of backpack with a dragon companion in it. It could be a backpack in the design of a dragon. But I have a feeling that maybe it's going to be a back accessory and it's going to be like maybe some kind of wings, some dragon wings. A reason why I kind of think that is, one, the wings are a popular item in game. Now, obviously, I don't know the statistics for what sells in the premium shop, but just based on what I see out there in the the social media realm, I would say the wing items are fairly popular when it comes to premium shop purchases, especially if they've got effects or anything like that. Now, I think overall, my leaning for this is a Coco themed Starpath. And there's a couple of things that I reckon allude to that. The first thing is about another lights up on the horizon. So when we think of Coco, it's basically, it's a film about a few things, but it's centered around the Day of the Dead. And part of the, not objective, what am I trying to say? Like, basically, he needs to get out of the realm, get back to reality within the day, like before the sun rises, and stuff like that. So I think like lights up the horizon, you're thinking of like sunrise or sunset. I would say sunrise because it's lighting up, so lights coming in. So yeah, more sunrise. So I really think that kind of alludes to Coco and the Day of the Dead and the sort of timeline that they have. Another thing that I'm thinking of is obviously sort of fireworks as a festivity for Day of the Dead as a tie-in. I'm thinking the microphone potentially tying into Coco in the sense of it's a film centered around music that really is kind of at the heart of the film. I absolutely love Coco. I think the music in Coco is fantastic. Um, and I could definitely see that musical tie-in. Like maybe we get like a themed microphone that's sort of done in a style related to the film, perhaps. Um, and then this one with the dragon. I was thinking, and it's something that I saw when I was in Disneyland Paris. In Frontierland, near where the Casa de Coco restaurant is. Now, I don't know if this is like a permanent display or if it's a display for Halloween. So yeah, I can't comment on that. If anyone's been to Disneyland Paris before and knows about it, but they actually have a lot of like Day of the Dead inspired displays with the sort of individual people, like I don't know what the term is, but like the skeletal like face makeup and design and stuff like that. And they also have, is it Alabreas? Sorry, I can't pronounce that word. But they're basically like statues of like usually like kind of like mythical kind of creatures, very very colorful, very vibrant, often with kind of like wings and stuff like that because it's all got that mythical influence. And I saw lots of these around that area in Frontierland. So I could see us maybe, because of the backpack, that maybe it's to do with like a winged item, like either some sort of dragon wings or potentially some wings inspired by these alabrejas. Alabres. I can't say that word. Please don't crucify me in the comments for butchering it. Um, but yeah, I could definitely see something like that. And then overall, there's kind of like Coco and Day of the Dead influences with this Starpath. Um, I could definitely see that as kind of a theme rather than some of the older Star Paths. Like one of the previous Halloween Star Paths was like a villain Star Path. So maybe this is kind of like a Day of the Dead Star Path, which I think is what a lot of the community is thinking. And I think that would tie in with Halloween whilst also giving them the creativity to add in a lot of colourful and vibrant items and things like that. That's my personal thoughts on this Star Path. I'm really excited about it. You know, if we have a Coco themed Star Path or a Day of the Dead Star Path, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I would like some more like villainous items and stuff like that. But I appreciate at the end of the day, you know, this is a game that they want to have a lot of longevity with, and they're not going to give us everything at once, because otherwise people get bored and they put the game down. Let's face it, that happens every update. We get halfway through and people are like, oh, I'm bored, there's nothing to do, I've done this, I've done that. So I can definitely see why they hold off on certain things, why there's delays and things like that, because they want to have things that draw its audience back in or draws in a new audience. So yeah, I think we will eventually get those. And of course, when we get introductions of villainous characters, they can also bring their own items and stuff like that with them, which I think is kind of cool. Like, sort of don't want to go too heavily into predictions for the next DLC, but what it seems like we're getting, I could definitely see a lot of villainous items with the DLC. So obviously if we're getting a DLC pretty soon, by pretty soon I mean by the end of the year, that's my prediction, not confirming, but my prediction, then I could see why they would want their Starpath around the Halloween update to maybe be focused on something a bit different, so it's not too samey, perhaps. Obviously, I don't know for certain, but that's kind of like my predictions anyway. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Let me know if you have different predictions and ideas. Let me know how you feel about this. Does this make you happy or not? Is this the kind of thing that you'd be looking forward to? Yeah, just tell me. I want to catch up with everyone. I really want to see what you all think and get back to chatting again, because we have been talking in Discord, but a lot of it has been about Disney and stuff like that. So I still want to chat with everyone else who's not in the Discord and stuff like that, and I'm excited to get back into doing content and chatting with you all. I have to check my results for Dream Snaps, so I'll have a video on that as well, and yeah, hopefully lots more content coming soon. But thank you all for your time. I have enjoyed this little video, and I enjoy I'm looking forward to seeing your comments and stuff like that. But thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys!